Average MUA here. I did for you today a tutorial on how to get this look. It's inspired by drag queens from RuPaul's Drag Race season 7 and 8, Trixie Mattel and Kim Chi. So if you're interested in getting some cool paint going on, stay watching. Hey kitties! So first we're going to start off with my Too Faced Shadow, what is it? Shadow Insurance. We're just going to do that, basically cheek up and eyebrow down, as well as my NYX Jumbo Pencil. This is a very intricate look, so it needs a lot of coverage as far as keeping my products where they need to be and not moving at all. So I'm just going to use my concealer brush to just blend all that and flatten it out. Here we are. Now I'm going to start outlining this look. For me, that's what helps me best with doing a cut crease in general, let alone this huge dramatic look. I mean, this is going to take some work. I'm not just giving myself free reins here. So yeah, I'm just going to outline where I want my black to go. We do have the NYX Jumbo Pencil for my base. However, I'm still going to go back in with a shadow, but we're going to figure out where all the black is going to go. And it's going to kind of come down. I don't know why this look, like doing inside winged eyeliner, reminds me of birds so much. Not the winged part either. I just heard myself say that. But just making sure I know where I'm going. And the same, I'm going to grab this blue eye pencil from Sephora, and I'm going to do that to where I want my blue eyeshadow to start. And it's kind of going to follow the white and the black, but not exactly. Like I said, we're gonna go in. I'm using this really old Maybelline palette that I have. As far as eyeshadows, I'm not a huge eyeshadow girl. My theory with eyeshadow, if you have a good primer and a good setting spray, you're set to go. So I don't get too picky about the brands that I'm using with my eyeshadow. So we're just going to go in with this white, all in those places that we were talking about, the designated areas, underneath that blue and above that black. And then I am going to put a little bit under my eyebrows. However, I go in with my regular highlight color from my Too Faced palette later. It's called Meow, but just for now, I think I'm just trying to create a map of what goes where. Here I'm going in with my Stila liquid eyeliner, the 24-hour waterproof holy grail. If you don't have this, go buy this now. And I'm going to go over my outline with this liner. I'm not going to fill in with the liner just because I feel like that would be like a waste of product, but I do go back and clean it up with it a lot in this video. So yeah, we're just going to outline. Also, I really like using this for inner eye corner stuff because everything else just gets wiped away in a hot mess when like your eyes water. I don't know if your guys do, but whenever I'm doing looks like this, like my eyes are like, no, you're not doing this today. Not today, girl. But this is the only liquid eyeliner that holds through the tears. It sits on top of shadow really nicely. Like I mentioned it in my favorites video for February. Like this is just thebomb.com. And here I'm going to go in with my Tarteist clay paint liner. I really like this. However, when I wear it like without all the eyeshadow and stuff, if I'm just doing like an everyday wing, it does bleed and it does like smear and smudge. So for an all day type thing, no, but for a dramatic look like this, I would say yes, because it is beautiful sitting on top of the shadow. It gets as pigmented as it needs to. It's clay paint, like, you know. And here again, I'm going in with that Stila, just touching up. And also I'm gonna set it with my black eyeshadow. I want this to last all day. If I were doing this on a real drag queen, she needs this to last through the sweat, through 6 pairs of tights, and lip syncing on stage for 4 different songs. Okay, we ain't got time for stuff to be smudging and smearing. Alrighty, and here again, I'm just gonna go back in with that blue pencil, just making my marks because I'm about to apply some blue shadow. And before I do that, I'm gonna go in with this brown color just to kind of create like a natural shadow, just, you know, where our face is. You know, drag is all about female illusion, and they get down to where the contouring goes all over your face, from your nose to your cheeks to your forehead to your chin. You know, it's an art. And here I'm going to go in with this blue color, and I actually changed my mind and I wanted to go with a darker blue that's in my Maybelline palette since all those shadows have been working so well for me. So I'm just going to go in and follow that blue line. Just up and over, up and over. And by starting out with the liner, we've created that perfect like coloring book almost, where I don't even have to think about where it's going. I just know because there's already a guide there for me. So we're just gonna go in with that. I am using my IT Cosmetics brush. And here I'm going in one more time with that Stila, just cleaning up all of those lines that I have. I'm gonna do that quite a bit in this video. And now I'm gonna take Milk one more time and go under that, because I also, you know, since this is such a dramatic look, why wouldn't you have blue underneath and on top? Like, come on, like, I'm creating a whole new eye shape for myself and I need the illusion to be full on. So again, I think this time I actually did go in with the first color that I used from my e.l.f. palette. Like I said, as far as foundations and stuff, yeah, I'm gonna use what I pay for, but if you have a good primer and a steady setting spray, I think having expensive eyeshadow is a little overrated. So again, I'm just going in with that color, the lighter blue from that e.l.f. palette, just blending. Which, the funny thing is, Kimchi or Trixie don't really blend that much, so I'm blending but not blending. Here I'm cleaning up a little bit because I am going to go away for a second and apply all of my foundation and my concealer. So also, I'm going to use this Covergirl, the Queen Collection. It's called Fine Wine, this lipstick. My grandma and my mom told me, like, what they did when they were, you know, my age. If you didn't have blush or you couldn't afford blush, you could just use your lipstick and blend it out, which is exactly what I'm doing here. And it works really well. However, with my oily skin, you just have to make sure what you're using isn't terrible. And here I'm going in with my Makeup Revolution Baked Bronzer Powder. Really, really nice color, Rock On World. And since they don't blend, I'm drawing my under contour, which I didn't really contour, but I'm just drawing the definition between my blush and my foundation, and I'm going to blend it a little bit, but if you've ever seen Trixie or Kimchi, I'm not going to blend it enough to lose the illusion. And it wouldn't be a drag look without falsies. Now I'm doing top and bottom lashes. I have for the top I think the top ones are the 199 and the bottoms are the 118. 199 I think is just, that number reflects on how like heavy they are, like they look like bat wings. And then the bottom ones, the 118s, are a little more natural, but I mean, since I'm putting them on the bottom, I mean, how natural are we trying to be here? It's drag. So just steady those. If you haven't ever worn fake eyelashes or don't think you're good at applying them, it does take practice. Right now I have on 3 pairs of lashes. I have my individuals, and then I have the 199s on top and the 118s on the bottom. And if you'd like to see a video on how I do that in more detail, I would be more than happy to do that for you. The trick is for me, especially when I was only wearing strip lashes instead of my individuals every day, it was just making sure that glue was nice and tacky, but not too tacky because it's gonna pop right off, but tacky enough that it's not all glooby. And I'm just going in with my Ben Nye banana powder on top of my concealer, just all those spots that tend to get a little more oily, and then my all over powder by Covergirl with my Luxe brush. Yes, and I'm gonna do my lips really quick, of course starting with my Nivea chapstick and my NYX Wonder pencil. Blending that out, I'm gonna use my beauty blender, just, I don't know, it keeps things from bleeding. And the two shades I'm gonna use are my Meet Dawn Matte Hughes, the shade Committed, and the second shade is the NYX Lingerie lipstick in Teddy. It's kind of like a mauve plus like brown. And of course, we're gonna finish off with setting spray. Like, comment, and subscribe.